Great morning, you guys. Come on in. Come on in. Great morning. Great morning. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You guys come on in. Make your presence known. Show on up. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Excited about the word this morning, although it's not a word that's going to make a lot of people shout, it is a word from the Lord, and I'm excited to share it with you. Come on in, come on in. Make sure you share the broadcast while I'm talking. Let me go on and share. I haven't even shared yet. Let me share. Hold on, you guys. My schedule has been so off this week, you guys. I apologize for that. All right. Let me share to the groups. Hey, Corey. Thank you, beautiful. All right. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Listen. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate you, boo. I'm going to give people a few minutes to come on in. I know y'all like, Dr. V, where you at? What's your schedule? Oh, my goodness. My schedule is newlywed. I can't blame it on my husband. My schedule is newlywed. No, I'm just playing. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Share the live. Share the live. Let's get some folks on the line, and I'm going to go ahead and share what it is that God has given me for us, his people, today. Prophetically, oh, my goodness. So, listen, you all. Hey, Jackie, great morning, gorgeous. Great morning, great morning. When God and I were talking today, this morning, he said, ready or not. There's a song, and it says, thank you for sharing, Jackie. I appreciate it. It says, ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. I'm going to find you and make you, I think it says want me. I'm not sure. Y'all know I be saying words wrong. Okay, so now that we've established that. But it says, I'm going to find you. You can't hide. I need you to understand that you cannot hide from your destiny. You can't hide from your destiny. You can't hide from God. You can't hide from your assignment. Listen, he is going to find you. It is going to find you no matter where you go, where you run, how much you don't want it. It's going to find you. And my baby said, willing, persistent. Listen, thank you, baby, for being a willing participant. So, look, this is the thing. And I'm going to talk, listen, this ties into the message for today, so make sure y'all tune in to Passionate Pursuit for Manifested Purposes Ministries, because it ties in. It ties into the message that the Lord gave me for today. But this is what I need you to know. God says, ready or not. This is not a time where you got all this time to get ready. Ready or not, your season is here. Ready or not, your time is here. Ready or not, your assignment is your assignment. Ready or not. It doesn't matter whether you think you're ready or not. It does not matter. It is here. It's your time. It's your season. Like literally, God is positioning you for that which he desires you to do. And you've got to know that ready or not, it's here. Ready or not? You can't say, God, just give me some more time so that I can get ready. He's giving you time to get ready. You can't say, well, God, let me just do this. No, no, no. You just got to do it. I told you guys in the month of March that there were things that you needed to close out, finish up in the month of March, that we needed to close out and finish out in the month of March. Because April is going to be a run. Like literally, things are going to happen so quickly in the month of April, it's going to be May before you even realize it. You're going to look up and it's May. You're going to look up and we're already at the end of the month, right? So things are going to move very quickly. So ready or not, it's here. Your time is here. The season is here. It's here. And you've got to know that there's a reason for the urgency. There's a saying that April showers brings May flowers, right? We talked yesterday about let it rain, right? The rain is necessary for your growth. The rain is necessary for the harvest to be produced. The rain is necessary. In order for the flowers to spring forth from the ground, the rain must come. It must fertilize, must water the soil. See, you can't grow without water. Even a cactus needs some water. It doesn't need a lot of water. It doesn't need as much water, but it needs some water. You've got to understand that the rain is a necessary part of the process. And don't be afraid of it. Sometimes rain looks like tears. But we don't want to shed no tears. Sometimes rain looks like tears. Sometimes rain comes as a result of loss or losses. Sometimes rain comes as a result of shifts. Sometimes rain comes as a result of moves. Sometimes rain comes as a result of your obedience. But the rain must come. It's not optional. One thing I love about Jesus is that he knew what had to happen. He knew. You know, a lot of times during Lent, you know, during the celebration of the Passover, the celebration of the death, burial, and resurrection of Christ, because all of it was necessary for us to have anything to celebrate. Sometimes when people are celebrating Easter, you get caught up in the wrong things. You lose sight. It becomes routine. But the truth of the matter is that it required the shedding of tears. When Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane, he shed tears, tears as thick as blood. But he shed tears because he understood the magnitude of his assignment, and ready or not, it was time. He didn't get to choose. And what I'm telling you is, ready or not, it's time. It's time for you to step into the space that God has called you to be in. It's time for you to be who he's called you to be, created you to be, who you were at conception. It's time. So ready or not, here we are. You don't have time to get ready. It's time to go. Anything that has not been done before now, you're going to have to do it along the way. You're going to have to do it as you go and as you grow. It's imperative. It's imperative that we take this journey. Good morning, Corrine. How are you, gorgeous? It's imperative. It's necessary. It's needed. It's a must. And it's time for us to get real intentional. Okay, you didn't get this done, you didn't get that done before, do it now. You know, God is a God of grace, right? And God is graced us. God is the number of grace, right? God has graced us to finish doing the things that He told us to do in March. Actually, He told us to do it before March, but He said wrap it up in March, and we didn't. He's given us a 5-day grace period. You know, at the beginning of the month, you often get, if it's due on the 1st, you often get grace into the 5th, right? Until the 5th, God has graced us to finish up things that He told us to already finish. And it's imperative that we do that we take that seriously, that we get that done, that we not be slack concerning that, because there are some things that are getting ready to happen, and they're going to start happening very quickly after the 7th. The 7th, 7 is the number of completion. The 7th is significant. And I don't know all of the significance, but I know that it's significant. So you've got to understand that what God is doing in this season requires you to move expeditiously with a sense of urgency, quickly, right? You can't play with it. You got to step into it, and you got to just go for it. I know you wanted to lose some more weight before. I know that you wanted to get your hair done before. I know that you wanted to get some new outfits. You wanted to go to the barber. You wanted to get some new shoes. You wanted to do this and you wanted to do that. I know you wanted to do those things, but now it's past time for that. Now it's time to go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's not be scared. Let's go. Because ready or not, it's here. Ready or not, it's time. Ready or not, it's the season. Ready or not. And yet God in His graciousness still yet gives us choice. I'm telling you, it's here. Like, it's here. It's your time. It's your season. There are things that God has stored up for you that are going to manifest in this season when you just go, when you do, when you be. Go, do, be. Really, it's be, do, go. God is calling on us to be His creation, the way He created us, the original. He's requiring us to do a factory reset. A factory reset. Y'all say, why a factory reset, Dr. V? Because when you do a factory reset, it returns to its original design before you added the apps, before you added the viruses, before all of that. You know, there was an original setting. There were original settings, and these were the original settings. God is restoring us to our original settings. Ready or not. Sometimes when you are doing a factory reset, you may have some apps that are still open. And before it can do the reset, it has to close those apps. And sometimes you get the option to close the app, depending on what kind of device you're on. You get the option to close the app, or sometimes it does a forced close. What is a forced close? A forced close is when the system closes the app, no matter where you were in it, what you were doing, what you had going on, and you may lose information and data because it closed without saving. It went to a factory reset, so at the factory reset, it's going back to its original setting. So some of the things that you may have set up custom may not be there anymore. Ready or not. Ready or not. Ready or not, it's time. Ready or not, it's here. Ready or not, it's you. It's you that God has chosen. It's you. Ready or not. He's not going to wait until you get ready to present you with the time, with the opportunities, with the things like it's here. The question is, will you access it? Will you tap in? Will you go in? Will you grab it? Because you still have a choice. It just means, and listen, I'm hearing this very strongly, it just means that you will add 5 years to your journey. Another 5. Another 5? You got another 5 to waste? You got another 5 to be in the holding pattern? You got another 5 to have to go through before you can get to the place of destiny that He has already ordained for you, set for you, before you can access the blessings that have your name on it? Another 5? Really? Listen, I'm at the place where God, I haven't gotten it all right. Haven't done everything you told me to do. I haven't finished everything you told me. I hear you, God, okay? I appreciate that 5-day grace period. I'm working. Because I don't have another 5 years to waste. The people that God has called me to don't have another 5 years to wait. Good morning, Kareem. Kareem said, I most definitely don't have another 5 years. I need mine now. Right, Kareem, I'm with you on that. I'm with you when you write, girl. I'm with you on that. So listen, let's not get stuck. Let's not limit God in what He's able to do because we weren't, quote unquote, ready. Guess what? Now you ain't got no more time to get ready. You just got, hey, let's go. God, anything that needs to be done, do it in me on the way. Do it in me on the way, God. Give me an accelerated process because I don't want to miss this time. I don't want to miss this season. Destiny is on the line and I don't want to miss it. You know, I found myself telling my kids a lot lately, listen, time is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that you're going to have all this time to do stuff. It's not guaranteed that you're going to have all this time to see people. There are no guarantees. So what do we have to do? We have to move with a sense of urgency. And when God gives you a sense of urgency with anything, there's always a reason. There's always a reason. I've learned to pay attention when God gives me a sense of urgency. Now, whether anybody else pays attention when I say it, it's up to them. But I've learned to pay attention when God gives me a sense of urgency. And when He gives me a sense of urgency, I know that means that I got to move. I can't wait. And so I may not have everything the way I want it. I may not have a flyer for something, or I may not have this, or I may not have that. But when God tells me to move, I got to move. I can't wait for that stuff. I got to do what God says when God says it, because there's a sense of urgency for a reason. For a reason. And I don't know always know the reason, but I know the urgency. So I had to get to the point where I didn't have to know the reason for the urgency. I just had to act on it. I didn't have to have all of the details and the specifics. I just had to act on it. This morning, my husband and I were laying in the bed, we were talking, and I was going through some pictures, and I was showing him pictures of my dad who raised me, Norman. And different people in my family, me in various seasons of my life. And it's so funny because he would be like, "Well, who is that?" I'd be like, "Me." And I looked so different. And I was wondering why, why God had me looking at those pictures, why I felt an urgency to kind of share with him um, pictures of my daddy. And it reminded me how much I miss him. But it also created um, a greater sense of urgency for me to get to my mama. Thank you, Summerlin. He loved you. Summerlin came. I was doing an event and Summerlin came. She made her way to Tampa, and she was the only person who came live. Everybody else was virtual, and so she got a chance to meet my daddy and spend time with him, talk to him, and he loved some Summerlin. Before she left, I remember he said, "Oh, well, I'm going to the airport with y'all because it might be the last time I get to see you." Mhm. And it was the first and the last, right? We take so much for granted. There are going to be people that you lose, ready or not. It's their time for them to shift. And so I implore you, don't take for granted that you're going to have all this time, not with your loved ones and not with your life. When I die, I want to die empty. I want to have poured everything out that God has deposited in me. I want to leave a legacy, a mark. I want the world to know that I was here. I want my children and my children's children and my children's children to speak my name and talk about me and the impact I made on them first and then on the world. I want them to have stories of how I inspired them. No, girl, Summerlin didn't pass. No, 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 no. Summerlin's still here. My daddy Norman, that died in 21. That's what I was talking about. And Summerlin came and spent time with us. Summerlin said he shared so much wisdom, and that's the thing that my daddy was so wise. Like he was one of the wisest people I know, and um, one of the most giving and most generous and loving, even though his loving was not outward affection or um, saying, I love you. His loving was in the things he did for people. He loved people. he was good to people. He was a good person. um, and there are things that I got that I could only get from him. Yes, to all people. And that's, I was sharing pictures with him, and there was a picture when my daddy and I had gone out to eat, and there was another vet there, and he had his hat on, and so my daddy went over and he was talking to him. My daddy didn't meet strangers, he met people and immediately connected to them. I'm blessed in that way. Both of my daddies are like that. Both of them are extremely wise men, and it's an incredible blessing. It's a double blessing. That's why I'm a daddy's girl sometimes. Um, they're just both of them are amazing. Both of them have impacted my life in major ways. But this morning I found myself really missing my daddy who raised me. I miss him. I miss his presence in my life. I'm getting ready to go home. We're getting ready to go home because my mom's birthday is coming up next weekend on Saturday, April 8th. It's her birthday. And normally when I would go home, I would go see my daddy. Well, the fact of the matter is that I won't get to go see him. Um, for some reason, that now, yeah, that really, I feel that. Corey said it was a bittersweet time during his transition. Thank you for sharing that and him with us. I'll always remember. Yeah, my daddy and I would be on live and, we would talk and, I would like, Daddy, tell the people, share this with the people. What you say, Daddy? What would you say to them? People often don't understand why I share so much of my life on live or why I take so many pictures, why I post so much. But Facebook has a way of reminding you. Facebook has a way of reminding you in the memories of things that have happened. And I know sometimes we don't want to remember stuff, but sometimes you need to remember. You need to remember. And just remember the things that you've overcome, the things that you've conquered, and when you think you're not ready, he has a way of reminding you that you're readier than you think. He has a way of reminding you of where you've been so that you know that you can get to where you're going. My life has been full of amazing people and experiences. And I wouldn't take anything for any of it. All of it has been important. All of it has been significant. And sometimes we forget that. Even after relationships have ended, as I said that, I felt compelled to look at my Facebook memories and um, this is so ironic. So this day in 2012, um, my sister-in-law posted on Facebook that my niece was in Panama City Beach. And now I'm in Panama City. Wow. Don't underestimate the impact you can make on the world. Don't underestimate how God can use you. Don't devalue the experiences of your past, even if they didn't turn out the way that you wanted them to. Don't devalue the time that you have with your family. Don't devalue the relationships that you're blessed to have in your life. On this day, in 2016, my daughter, who had run away off and on for a year, her freshman year in high school, went to her prom. Beautiful. Then and now. But to get to the place where she could go to that prom, we had to go through the year of her running away. It was a tough year. We went through a lot. We would have to go find her and bring her home, and then she would eat, take a shower, change clothes, and when we went to sleep, she would leave again. It was challenging, and yet it made her who she is. See, we despise the things that are difficult. We despise the times that were hard. We despise them. We complain about them. We get stuck in them. Woe is me. But if you didn't have those things happen in your life, you would not be who you are right now. And if you weren't going through what you're going through right now, you would not become who you are supposed to be. Everything is a part of the process. So ready or not, here it is. Life is handed to you. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? I can't speak for you. All I can say is this. I made a decision that changed my life, and that decision was to work on me, to get me together, to examine me, to look at my role in everything that transpired in my life, to take ownership of everything that happened in my life, to stop blaming people and take ownership and accountability and identify me in every situation in my life. I chose to do that. No one made me do anything. I chose. Everything I chose, I'm accountable for. Ready or not, you gotta face you. The hardest thing in the world is not facing other people, it's facing you. So to get to your destiny, there's some things that you're gonna have to do that deal with you, facing you. You standing flat-footed, 10 toes down and looking at yourself in the mirror. Naked, in all your nakedness. So that you can get real with you. And nobody can do that for you. Nobody can do that for you. I know that things are going to happen quickly, but I'm remiss because there were things God told me to finish in the month of March that I didn't. And that's on me. It's not on anybody else. That's solely on me. But now the time is here, and I gotta go. I gotta do, and that's what I'm doing. So, you guys, I have done what God said do, and I put together the Destiny Driven Masterclass because we've got to be driven by our destiny, not just our purpose, but our destiny. And the class is $50. It happens tomorrow, but you're going to want to be there. You're going to want to be there because I'm telling you the things that God has been pouring out of me have been so amazing, insightful, and practical. We're not talking theory, we're talking application. And God, this is how God deals with me. When God begins to break things down step by step, piece by piece, baby, by the time God gets through with that thing, and it's God, it's not me, it's God. By the time he gets through with that thing, I'm looking at the stuff like, whoa, wow, ooh, that's good. I did step one on the drive-by this past week, and I did step two, or at least part of step two. That wasn't all of step two. But I did step one and part of step two. But there's more. And if you didn't see those lives, go back and watch them. And you'll understand why it's so important for you to sign up for this class. God is doing some things that you need to understand the process of. I'm a process person. I want to know the process. You know, even if I'm getting the process as I go, I'm going to document the process. Why? Because if the process is not just for me, it's for other people as well. It's to help them navigate their journey as well. And so tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing Destiny Driven Masterclass. If you want to do the Destiny Driven Journey to Greatness 12-week program, you must take the masterclass. It is a prerequisite to that. The masterclass is a prerequisite to being included in the 12-week program. You can't do the 12-week program and you didn't do the masterclass. That's not going to work, right? It's going to help you in so many ways to understand where you are and what's next, what's coming. One of the memories I was looking at, one of the memories I was looking at, I had preached and the message I had preached resulted in me getting this message, this post on my Facebook. And then I was Dr. Glass. I was married to husband number 4. Dr. Glass, I just wanted you to know, after our talk on Thursday, the enemy knew I was prepared, so he tried to attack on Friday. I almost went there, but I remember what you said, so I went to battle. Thank you for allowing the Lord to use as his vessel. Much love, and I would say be blessed, but you are blessed and you are a blessing. My prayer is that I would be a blessing. This was my response. Thanks, sis. I praise God for him orchestrating my path. He knows all about us and desires to protect us and forewarned us if we will but listen to his voice. There's nobody greater than him. So when I feel urgencies and you know, I'm talking about ready or not, I know that there's some things that are getting ready to transpire. There's some things getting ready to transpire. And we need to be prepared for what transpires. And there are no excuses. There's no woulda, coulda, shouldas. And there may be no second chances. But what we can do is do what it is that God is requiring of us so that we can get to our destiny. I know who's supposed to be in the class will be in the class. The question is, will that include you? I pray it does. But if it doesn't, I pray that you do what you need to do in order to get to your destiny. I just want people to get to their destiny. I want people to really understand that their destiny impacts other people. Angel number 144. I know that's the first angel number we've had today. Angel number 144 is a symbol of spiritual protection. You have a solid foundation and are being guided by the Spirit to your right path. Remember to think positive thoughts because you are protected by this angelic number. You may be going in new directions towards your higher purpose. Angel number 144 suggests that we learn to go with the ups and downs of life, the beginnings and the endings, by identifying the fundamental stream that runs through it all and gives our lives meaning. Listen to me, y'all. Listen. I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. Angel number 144 asks you to expand into new horizons, do something different. Listen. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. Angel number 144, nothing can stop you. Listen, God is trying to get us somewhere, and this is up to us. It's up to us to go there. I pray that I see you in class. I pray that you register. I pray that you do what's necessary so that you can get this information, because the information in and of itself is invaluable. Angel number 144 is an indication that peace will surround you. You shall seek solace in everything you do, and the guardian angel will help you stay focused on your goals. Avoid the negative sources of energy, and you shall find your happy place. Do not let others spoil your journey. I want everything God has for me, and I want you to get everything that He has for you. Don't miss it. I pray this word blessed you. I pray that you got something out of it. I pray that you were inspired. I pray that you understand your significance, yours, to the kingdom. And I pray that you will take seriously the urgency, because ready or not, it's here and it's time. If this word blessed you and you want to sow a seed, you can go to Cash App $DRV Johnson 777, Cash App $DRV Johnson 777, and sow your seed. Know this. Know that I absolutely love you beyond words. Beyond words. I pray that you are blessed. Join us at 9:30 a.m. for Passionate Pursuit of Manifested Purposes Ministries. It's our Sunday worship service, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, and 6:30 Pacific. I'm going to get off because there's some stuff going on I need to just process. But know this, God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that you could think or ask. Love you to life and life more abundant. Be blessed.